You Take One for the Team, Episode 12. I was scrolling through the campsite map on my Nomad directory looking for my next stop. That's when I saw it. A red pin near the Nevada-California border. The description simply read, "Reported, but not confirmed." Could be a hidden gem or a bust. I muttered, leaning back in Miss Daisy's seat. What do you think, Sadie? Should we check it out? She wagged her tail, which I took as a resounding yes. Red pins on the map were a gamble, but I'd always loved a bit of adventure. Besides, someone had to confirm these sites, and I figured it might as well be me. So I stocked up on water, double-checked Miss Daisy's tires, and set out for the unknown. The road to the pin wasn't exactly inviting. A narrow dirt path wound through sagebrush and jagged rocks, kicking up dust and rattling the van. I kept an eye on the horizon, scanning for anything that looked remotely like a campsite. Finally, after what felt like hours, I spotted it. A small clearing tucked against the base of a rocky hill. The site wasn't much, just enough space for a few rigs, but it was peaceful. A dry creek bed ran along the edge, and a cluster of juniper trees offered a bit of shade. Sadie jumped out of the van and started exploring, sniffing every bush and rock. I grabbed my chair and a notebook to jot down details for the directory. Decent cell signal. Room for 3 to 4 vehicles and easy access for anything smaller than a big rig. But as I settled in, I noticed something else. Trash. Not a lot, but enough to make my stomach churn. An old beer can here, a few candy wrappers there. Someone had even left a burnt-out camp chair by the creek bed. Figures, I muttered, pulling out a trash bag from Miss Daisy's storage bin. Sadie followed me as I started picking up the mess, her nose buried in the ground as if she were helping. It took me a couple of hours, but by the time I was done, the site looked clean again, almost pristine. That night, as the stars lit up the sky, I felt a sense of accomplishment. This little spot might not have been a hidden gem, but it was a place where future nomads could park and enjoy the quiet without worrying about someone else's mess. The next morning, I snapped a few photos for the directory and left a detailed review. Confirmed. Small but peaceful, plenty of room for vans and SUVs. Bring your own water and pack out your trash. As I drove away, I thought about how many times I'd benefited from sites like this. Places that other nomads had scouted and shared, making my life on the road a little easier. Guess we took one for the team, huh, Sadie? I said, glancing at her in the passenger seat. She wagged her tail, her tongue lolling out in a happy grin. The road is full of unknowns, but that's part of what makes it special. Sometimes it's about discovering something new. Sometimes it's about leaving a place better than you found it. And sometimes it's as simple as taking one for the team, knowing that the next traveler will have an easier time because of your effort.